Most people are living under the delusion that there's a pause or a stop button on life. They think that when they snooze and sleep in past their alarm, they choose to eat the junk food instead of working out, they avoid having the hard conversation. They're just hitting a pause on their progress. They're just hitting a pause on life. They'll say, "Hey, I'll get back after it tomorrow," or "I'm just going to go eat this junk food and I'll get back on the diet," or "I'm going to have that difficult conversation a week from now when it makes more sense or I have more time." And the reality is, there is no pause, there is no baseline, and there is no normal. See, every decision you make is a step on a path. It's either on the comfort path or it's on the hard path. Life is not this static floor that is not moving. It is a treadmill. Life goes on with or without you, whether you like it or not. So you're sitting there thinking you've put a pause on things and you'll just get right back up after it the next day or the next week, when in reality, you are creating a deficit that is going to be even harder to come back from. You are in a perpetual state of motion, and every decision, every step you take is either moving you closer towards softness and vulnerability or resilience and hardness. To really understand this, we need to look at how our decisions compound and how momentum is actually built. When you choose to do the easy thing or do the comfort thing, like sleep past your alarm, avoid the hard conversation, eat the junk food, skip the gym, what you're doing is making it more difficult on yourself to make harder decisions the following day, the following week, month, year. Because you've avoided the hard thing today, something that you normally wouldn't consider difficult will be even harder tomorrow. And then your mind starts to adjust, starts to think that anything that's uncomfortable, anything that is not perfectly dialed into your preferences is somehow difficult and it's hard, and you're just ending up not going to do it. And then your mind starts to build momentum towards comfort. It starts to look at things that weren't hard a week ago or even a day ago. And now it starts to look at any discomfort or any level of stress that you get put under is now starting to seem insurmountable, that you can't get out from under. And I know how it goes. When you choose to eat the junk food or skip the workout, you'll feel good in the moment and your brain will reward you for comfort, because we're still animals that are driven by our natural biological need to survive. Comfort equals survival and safety. Difficulty and stress equals potential death and potential threat. That's hardwired. That's biological. That's in our monkey brain. We know this. But the part that most people don't see is that these choices will compound over time. And these choices compounding will eventually take a man who is at one point maybe dependable, maybe somebody of stature, maybe somebody who could get things done, and now they are a shell of their former selves who crumble at the first sign of any discomfort or any sort of pain or stress. This ultimately makes men absolutely defenseless to the harsh realities of life. You will be drastically unprepared for the curveballs that life will inevitably throw at you, like death of a loved one, business loss, loss of a job or income, or any of the million things that could happen to you every single day that we choose not to think about because they're painful and we try to avoid them. But life will find a way and you will go through hard times. And if you choose to maintain on the comfort path, you are basically making yourself defenseless to any and all hardship that will come your way. Now let's take a look at the resilience path. When you choose the harder option, you're also getting that sense of accomplishment. Yes, it may be more difficult. Yes, you will bleed and you will sweat and you may cry, but the sense of accomplishment you will get when you achieve a difficult task, I'd argue, is even greater and is more fulfilling than the level of comfort and the dopamine hit that you get from sitting on the couch eating ice cream or skipping the workout. And on the other side of that coin, you get the additional benefit of those hard choices stacking and compounding so you can withstand more and more stress, more and more hardship, and you can insulate yourself even more from life's difficulties and life's challenges. So when those disasters and those curveballs do come your way, and they will, you are so much more likely and able and willing to handle those challenges and not only overcome them, but just smash them and leave them in the dust. And while everyone else who chose the comfort path is curled up in a ball, not knowing what to do, you will be the person that is using that to their advantage. You will be the person that says, "This is no big deal. This is the environment I live in every single day. I just need to double down and work harder because that's what I know." Here's where a lot of people mess this up. People, especially people that train alone or that run a business alone or do things in isolation, they think that they're on the hard path, when in reality, they may just be complacent. See, if you're the only one that's checking yourself and you're the only one that is trying to fight that battle, If you're the only one that's checking yourself, or you're the only person who is the judge of your actions and your effort, then it is far more likely that you will lie to yourself in an effort to stay safe and to stay comfort. It is far more beneficial to you to have people around you that are also on the hard path, that are going to demand excellence, that are going to demand growth, that are going to demand your best every single day, and are going to check you when they see you lacking, when they see you slacking. There's going to be people that are going to check you in your blind spots and call you out, not to hold you accountable to them, but to hold you accountable to yourself. Because if you're truly somebody that wants to get better every day, and that's what doing hard shit is, it's climbing the next rung of that ladder every single day and always trying to get better. Doing hard shit should never be easy because you're always trying to improve on your previous performance. You're always trying to do something harder than the day, week, month, year before, because that's how you grow. But if you're somebody that chooses to do this in isolation and you're the only person around you that's judging your effort, you are going to slip and you are going to succumb to comfort. And it's just an inevitability. One of the best and smartest things you can do for your own growth and to make sure you stay on the trajectory to resilience and anti fragility that you really want to be on is surround yourself with high performing people that are doing hard shit just like you and creating a culture of accountability and responsibility. And this is what the Do Hard Shit Club is all about. Doing hard shit is not just a slogan for social media. It's not to say, hey, look at us, look how tough and hardcore we are. It's about getting the message out to people that want to do the hard shit, that know this is what they should be doing to build their lives, build their resiliency, and build their stress tolerance, because that's what will make them do better in life in general, and letting them know that there are other people out there that are on the hard path to building those same things. This is an opportunity for you to audit yourself and see if you're complacent and spinning your wheels. Maybe you're even on the comfort path, or are you really doing the hard shit day in and day out? And if you're looking for a group of people that will hold you accountable to yourself, that will do the hard shit alongside with you, and that will share wins and losses with you and bring you into a group where we can all rise together, then check out the DHSC. The link is in the description below, or you can simply follow us on Instagram to keep up with what we're doing. Till next time, we'll see you guys soon.